Good morning, guys. Everyone, please check your audio and video. Good morning, Sumit Sahu. Yeah, yeah. Yesterday I was talking about batch processing. What's the main motto of batch processing, guys? The main motto of batch processing is to read the data, from source, huge amount of data from source batch by batch, to process that data batch by batch, and to write the same, whatever the processor data is there, to the destination batch by batch. This is what we discussed or not? Yeah. Yeah. What's the basic architecture of batch processing? Job launcher object is there to create the job. Uh, this job, that means represent main task. This main task will have one or more steps representing subtask, and every step is linked with what? Every step is linked with what? One reader, one writer, one processor. The reader will read from source, writer will write to the destination, and processor will process the things. Processor will process the things, right, guys? Common topics, Spring Boot batch, Spring Boot batch, Spring Boot batch. Where is that? Yeah, now concentrate. Hmm. Sir, how to develop those reader writer processors? All item readers are the implementation class of item reader interface. All item processors are the implementation class of item processor interface. These are based on generics, guys. Okay, these are based on generics. So item processor will take I and T. It will specify what input it is getting, what output it is getting, right? Okay. Yeah. Actually, in item processor, the T of item reader becomes input of item processor. The T of item writer becomes what? This. Becomes this. Are you getting my point there, guys? All item writers are implementation class of what? Item writer template. What template, guys? Item writer template, right? Generally, we work with predefined item writer classes, because they are designed to deal with what? Different types of source and destination repository and different types of data format. But we always develop and work with what? Item processors manually. What you want to process? Krishna, problem is your side. Check it out. From my side, there is no voice problem. Am I audible, guys? Am I loud and clear, guys? Everyone please respond. Yeah, no, listen. Out of 100 times, 99% times, we don't create readers and writer. They are ready made. It's a framework, boss. Framework. In framework, we don't develop everything from scratch level on our own. So definitely we try to use what ready-made things. See, these are the ready-made readers that are available or not. Flat file item reader to read from CSV file. A stacks event item reader to read from XML file. Stored procedure item reader to read from PLs databases kind of thing. JDBC pagination item reader to read from again database. Mongo item reader to read from what? MongoDB. Neo4j item reader to read from what? Neo4j NoSQL database. Not only these, many other things are there. These are the list. Okay. Hibernate cursor item reader, JDBC cursor item reader, JSON item reader, Kafka item reader. Come on. Mongo item reader, Stacks event item reader. Many are there or not? Similarly, there are a bunch of what? Predefined item writers, boss. Flat file item writer to write to CSV file, nothing but Excel file. Stacks event item writer to write to XML file. Stored procedure item writer to write to database. JDBC paging item writer. Style is different. Both are same, but style is different. To write to database. Mongo item writer to write to MongoDB. Neo4j item writer to write to Neo4j, right? So flat file item, right? There are many options we have, or there are many options we have, or not there, guys. Super. Okay, now listen carefully. But processor we always develop on our own. Processor we always develop on our own. Right. Now look at in item reader interface, read is the method. What this read method will do? Suppose item reader is flat file item reader pointing to CSV file. This read method each time reads one item. This read method each time reads one item. That means one CSV file content. Okay. Writer, item writer, write. This write is not having one item, guys. This write is having list of items to write. Okay. What is the meaning of this? Okay. Now focus, guys. Suppose I have taken batch size 3. It reads 3 items one by one. It processes 3 items one by one. But after processing 3 items, okay, after processing 3 items, result also comes 3 items if filters are not applied. So if batch size is 3, guys, okay, after getting 3 items, after getting 3 processed item, it will write to the destination. It will definitely writes to the destination. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Read, write. The next one, item processor is having process method. Reader will read the item, process will process the item, one item at a time. One item at a time. But writer will not write one item at a time. If you mention batch size 3, 3 items it will write. If you mention batch size 10, it will write 10 items. If you mention batch size something else, it will write this. That's why there's a list. But reader and processor are dealing with one item at a time. And moreover, the T of reader should match with what? I of the processor. I of the processor. And the T of writer should match with what? O. Here, I for input, O for output. Generics only. But when there are multiple generics to specify, we don't use just T, guys. We try to use other terminology. T is not a fixed word in generics, boss. T is the recommended word only, right? The T of item reader must match with what? I of item processor. And similarly, O of item processor must match with what? T of item writer. T of item writer. Guys, give me one. Yeah, listen, guys. This is one. Item reader reads one item at a time from source repository. Yeah, man, source database. Item processor also process the read item given by the reader. It also process one item at a time. Item writer writes bunch of processed item to destination repository based on the given batch size. So reader reads one item, processor process one item, but batch writer will not write one item at each time. It will try to write bunch of items. Okay, one item at a time. Yeah, listen carefully. After processing received item from item reader, item writer can give either same object to with modified data or unmodified data or different object with the same data or modified data to the destination receivers. Uh, See, you take LIC, a policy holds maturity example. There are 40 CR records in the source database. But maturity will be what? Out of 1,000, one will be matured, or out of 10,000, one will be matured. So, though it is reading 40 CR items, each time let us assume 40,000, batch size is 40,000. But in that one, two items will be written to the destination. Why? Because matured people only we are writing. So, the same we write, but we are filtering and writing. Sometimes you may write with modification, you can write. Count may change, count may match, data may change, data may match. It all depends upon the use case. Check it out. Case 1. Item reader reads student object from the source, from college database. Item processor conducts interview and converts the eligible student to employee object. Now listen, guys. Your input is student and output is given by item processor is what? Employee. Are you getting my point? Okay. So let us assume that company is taking batch wise. Batch size is 5. So once 5 selected students are ready, it will write them to database or not. Item writer gets list of employee objects to write to the destination. Your destination is what? Company database. Source is what? College database. Input and output are different. Input is student, output is employee. I hope you understood this concept, guys. So the input and output may match, may not match. In this case, it is what? Not matching. In this case, it is not matching. Input is student, output is what? Employee. Am I audible, guys? Yeah, come on. Case 2, you observe. Item reader gets policy holder object from the source, that is LIC database. That is LIC database. Item processor checks payment schedule of policy holder is there in the current month or not. Payment schedule is there or not. If not there, the gives nothing to item writer. Otherwise, it gives same policy holder object to item writer. So here simply what filtering is happening or not. Alright, this insurance payments will be there. How guys? Sometimes monthly will be there, sometimes bi-monthly will be there, sometimes quarterly will be there, sometimes half-yearly will be there. So every month it will check possibility is there or not there, payment schedule is there or not there. If not there, that policy object will be the policy holder object. Object information will be the policy holder object information will be ignored in writing or not there. So this time, what is guys? What is the story? Input is Input is policy holder, output is policy holder, but count will reduce, guys. The item writer writes list of policy holder objects to the destination. Okay. Input is policy holder, output is policy holder, but there is a filtering in number of policy holder. So this time input and output is matching or not matching. The final conclusion is okay, reader and writer may deal with the same object, may not deal with the same object. May deal with the same object, may not deal with what? Same object. I hope you got the clarity, my dear. Come on, everyone. Reader and writer may deal with the same object, may not deal with the same object. Yeah, look at the sequence diagram, guys. Sequence flow diagram. You have to observe this one carefully. Item reader is reading item one. Processor is processing that item one. But writer is not writing. See, processor is processing item one. But writer is writing only for one time. Did you notice it? Okay, now listen. That means why? What is the chunk size? Chunk size is nothing but batch size. Batch size is 2. Until 2 items are coming, item writer does not write to the destination. Until 2 items are coming, the item writer does not write to the destination. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. Yeah, see this one. Reads item 1, process item 1, then becomes ready to read the item 2. It also becomes ready to process item 2. Okay, how many times it will do like this? So I said batch size is 3. Until 3 items are coming for writing, it will do that. So batch size is what this. So once batch size items are ready, then only item writer writes to the destination. Okay, that's why you observe very carefully. Read method return type is what? Read method return type T, one item. Processor method return type is what? One item. Oh, one item. Takes one item, gives a process and gives one item. But write method return parameter type is what? Is not one item. It is a list of items. Did you notice that? Did you observe that, guys? Come on, everyone. Developer decides the chunk size, nothing but batch size. What do you mean by chunk size or batch size? How many items you want to process at a time? That will be decided by the developer. One chunk size items are processed. The Item processor gives chunk size processed item to the item writer, and they are returned to destination by item writer. And they are returned to destination by item writer. Are you understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Now tell me, guys, in Spring Boot batch processing, what are the components we got? Job launcher, job, step. Each step deal with reader, writer, processor. And when all these things are happening, the activities will be recorded to job repository or not. When all these things are happening, the activities will be recorded to job repository or not. These are the components. Tell me number of component. Job launcher, job represents work to be completed. Each job contains one or more steps. Okay, now I'm trying to take up what, guys, each how to create job, how to deal with job, and all this stuff, right? So far, we discussed about overall architecture. Now I'm trying to take each component exclusively, guys, nothing else. Job represents work to be completed. Each job contains one or more steps. Minimum one step will be there. Super. Step object means it is the object of Java class that implements what? Step interface. That implements step interface. Okay. Job object means it is the object of Java class. It implements what? Job interface. Okay, this is the step interface. This is job. Job represent total work to be completed. That means main task, where step represent task or subtask of the job. Okay, now listen. Job. Finding the customers who are having due date in this month to renew the policies and triggering SMS messages. This is my requirement. Okay, step one, subtask one, getting all customer due dates from the database software to Excel sheet. Step two, convert Excel sheet data to MySQL table. Why, sir? And whatever SMS triggering application is there, it is it is expecting inputs from where? It is not expecting inputs from. It is really expecting inputs from where, guys? I want reply. It's really seriously expecting inputs from a MySQL database, not from Excel sheet. That's why, though task one is giving Excel sheet having policyholders information or customers information, we are again converting into MySQL because SMS triggering application expecting input from MySQL DB. Next, what we got, guys? Trigger SMS message. See, in main task, subtask are taken as steps are not there. In main task, the subtask are taken as steps are not there. I want reply from you people, guys. Come on, everyone. Have a look on this. This is the job. When job execution is started, first it completes the step one. You will get the step exit status, success or failure. Then go to step two, you will get its exit status, success or failure. Then it will go to step three and it will give the exit state. Okay, a job with the steps sequence loader. That means all the three steps will execute sequentially one after another. All the three steps will execute sequentially one after another. Convinced, my dear? Come on, everyone. Yeah. This is a bigger version of a diagram, guys. Various layers of what? Spring Boot batch process. These are various layers of what? Spring Boot batch process. Okay, first of all, tell me how many layers are there? A run tier, where job will be run or scheduled to run. Job tier, where task is defined. Application tier. Application tier means where programmer code will be there. Where exactly the programmer code will be there. Yeah. Okay, now listen. Lastly, data tier. Data tier means what are the sources, what are the destinations. It simply decides what are the sources and what are the destinations, nothing else. Data tier is purely about decides the sources and destination, guys. Now focus. Okay, now listen, guys. Whatever blue color is there, they're ready-made things. We don't develop them. They're ready-made items. Application architecture services, that means which are ready-made ones. Black color things are there. Application and app servers, and they are ready-made softwares. These blue colors are what? Architecture services, ready-made classes kind of thing we can assume. These black colors are what? Ready-made softwares. Ready-made softwares are ready-made configurations kind of thing. This, I don't know what is that color. Girls can help me. What is this color? Technically, green, bottle green. Does it comes under green or bottle green? Anyone can help me? What is this color? Olive green. Santosh is telling. Are you sure? Yeah, olive green or lemon green. I don't think that's a lemon green. Bottle green. Yeah, maybe right. Yeah, maybe right. Only these bottle green items are what? Okay, only these bottle green items are called programmer developed items. What is there, guys? Yeah. So now let's see. Let's see what is there. First of all, tell me in data tier what is there. From where you want to read to where you want to write. That means databases, mail servers, files, all this stuff will be there. Okay, that's good. In application tier, what is there? Observe very carefully. Steps creation and linked with what? Reader, writer, and process. Steps creation linked with the reader, writer, and process. Okay, that's good. Okay, job tier will purely talk about job creation. We'll purely talk about job creation and job launching. Okay, observe. Uh, whatever things that are happening in launcher, job, and step will be recorded to job repository or not. Will be definitely recorded to job repository or not there, guys. Come on, everyone. Yeah, now focus the flow part, guys. Yeah, what about this runtime, sir? Runtime talks about how to initiate the process. Runtime purely talk about the way to initiate the things. It's purely literally talk about how to initiate the things. That's it, nothing else. Okay, have a look. End user or the maintenance team, whatever it is, will have a scheduler with a lot of configurations. And if needed, you can use JavaScript. JavaScript means how to pick up the job and other things, right? Or if it is a web-based environment, you may give request also. In standalone, scheduling can be done. If it is web-based, someone can give the request. Okay, guys. Now listen. So all these inputs will go to job runner. Job runner will use one more component called job locator. And this job locator will get inputs from where? Some configurations. We'll get some info. That means this is manual process. This is automated process. This is happening through scheduling. This is happening through manual. All these inputs are taken by job runner. Job runner will try to get information about job through scripting, guys, or through configuration. In that process, all the instruction go to job launcher that creates a job. That each job will have a step. Steps means subtask, and the subtask are linked with what? Reader, writer, process. The subtask are linked with what? Reader, writer, process. Are you getting my point there or not? Convinced with me or not there? This is overall architecture, guys. If you develop batch processing application as an enterprise application, so these many layers we have to develop. Okay, data tier will specify readers and writers. Sorry, the destination places to write the data, to read the data. And application tier is useful. What, guys? Application tier is useful to maintain reader, writer, and processor. That means subtask and their increment. Job tier is responsible for job creation, guys. And runtime is all about whether it will decide whether configuration should happen manually or explicitly. Configuration should happen manually or explicitly, guys. That's it. Okay, have a look, guys. The application style is organized into four logical tiers, which include run, job, application, data tiers. The primary goal of organization application according to tier is to embed what is known as separation of concern. Something like layered application, boss. Because while developing any enterprise application, if you prefer layered application or not there. This is batch processing related layered application, nothing else. This is purely batch processing related layered application. Runtime is concerned with scheduling and launching of application. A vendor product is typically used in this tier to allow time-based or interdependent scheduling of batch jobs as well as providing parallel processing capabilities. Job tier. The job tier is responsible for overall execution of batch job. It sequentially executes batch steps, ensuring all steps are in correct state and appropriate policies are enforced. Application tier, guys. The application tier contains components required to execute the program. It contains what? Specific modules that address required batch functionality, enforces policies around a module execution, commit interval, capture statistics, and etc. Data tier. The data tier provides integration with physical data sources that might include database files. It talks about from where data should be gathered and other things. From there, the data should be gathered and other things. Okay, now, boss? Okay, now listen, guys. The moment you add Spring Boot batch starter, what, guys? The moment you add Spring Boot batch starter to any Spring project, Adi Patla, nothing is new. You first taste it. First taste it. I just launched a terminology. I have not started implementing it, right? Only terminologies are different. You may ask me. Hmm. You may ask me, sir, why there is no presentation layer? All batch processing applications are offline application. Like they run in the background. They definitely run in the background. They don't run in anywhere outside, right? Yeah, yeah. I think you understood, right? Thank you. Thank you, Adi. Spring Boot starter batch is the starter we are having. Once you add that one to any Spring Boot project, you will get these three objects through auto configuration. One is Step Builder Factory, which is useful to create step object. Job Builder Factory, which is useful to create job object. Job Launcher, okay, which is required to run the job. But this is up to Spring Boot 2.x. And some of them are happily removed in 3.x. This is the challenge. This is the challenge. In 2.x, these are coming through auto configuration, and using them, we are going to create job object, step object, and using them, we are going to run the job. Okay, that's good. Take one. These three objects can be injected to our choice Spring Beans to get a required object to perform batch processing activity. This is with respect to Spring Boot 2.x, guys. This is purely with respect to Spring Boot 2.x. But in 3.x, few changes are done. Definitely in 3.x, few changes are done, no doubt. In Spring Boot 3.x or batch processing, we get only these objects through what? Auto configuration. Job repository object, job launcher object. Array, job launcher is carried from that. Job repository object. Then what we got? Transaction manager object. Then what about job object creation, step object creation, my dear? What about job object creation, step object creation, my dear? I want reply from you people. Come on, guys. To create a job step object, we need to use two-param constructor of what? We need to use two-param constructor of job builder class and step builder class manually. There are ready-made classes. What, guys? Predefined classes are there, and using them you have to create it. They don't come through auto configuration. In these two classes, lot of factory methods are there by taking support of what? Ready-made classes. What classes? Based on builder DP. Ready-made classes based on builder DP. Yeah, final conclusion is what, guys? Once you add Spring Boot batch starter, in 2.x you will get three objects through auto configuration. Step Builder Factory, which is very useful to create step object based on factory pattern, guys. Job Builder Factory, which is very useful to create job object, and Job Launcher to run the job. In 3.x, we are not getting any Step Builder Factory, Job Builder Factory, but there are ready-made classes, Job Builder and what? Step Builder. Using them, you have to create step and job object. And other objects are coming through auto configuration. Are you getting my point? And Step Builder and Job Builder are based on builder design pattern. Step Builder Factory and Step Job Builder Factory based on what? Builder and factory design pattern. Builder and factory design pattern. Are you getting my point? Okay, I think I already discussed about item readers, guys. Okay. So there are so many item readers are there. Fine. Okay, guys. Tell me. Now tell me, guys. All these are, most of them are ready-made classes. If you want to make any ready-made class as Spring Bean, am I going to configure them through @component? Or I am going to use @bean method? Am I going to use @component or am I going to use @bean? Yeah, look at the concentrate, guys. App config of Java in configuration class. Check it out what I am doing. I used @bean method. to create flat file item reader and to return that object are to create flat file item reader and to return that object are not there. Say something, my dear. Come on, everyone. Item writer. It is given to write given chunk or batch information to the destination. Generally, we don't develop item writers because there are multiple ready-made item writers to use. All item writers are implementation classes of what? Item writer template. So these are various ready-made item writers are some important thing I kept it. And most of the item writers are ready-made classes. We also configure them by using what, guys? @bean method are not there. Check it out. @bean create writer, JDBC batch item writer, new JDBC batch item writer, necessary configurations and return object is right. Item processor, guys. Now listen. It's the implementation class of item processor interface. That's good. Very limited ready-made item processor available. Generally we develop custom item processors. What do you say, guys? We generally develop custom item processors. We don't develop ready-made, we develop what? Custom item processors. Are you getting my point there, guys? We generally develop custom item processors. Yeah, let us look at custom item processor, how it is there. As a Spring Bean, I am developing, guys. Public class custom item processor implements item processor. String is the input, customer is the output. Array, why, sir? Array, who is my reader? Flat file item reader. From flat file item reader, that means Excel file. From Excel file, when I read each item, you will get a every line has a string content. That's why string. Okay. In process method, we try to convert that string content into customer object, and we try to return that customer object. So that's why input is string, output is what? Input is string, output is what? Customer. Because I'm just taking customer because JDBC batch item writer is expecting customer object. Okay, that's good. So the typical diagram is this, guys. From CSV file, I'm reading data batch by batch, and I'm trying to convert the data into customer object, and I'm trying to write to database software. What this item processor will do in this application? Yeah, maybe it will filter. After reading data from Excel sheet, maybe it will go by bill amount. If bill amount is less than 1,000, it will filter it, and above 1,000 only, it will write to database table as table records. Database table as what? Table records, nothing else. Yeah, let's see what can be done. Step object. It is the implementation class object of org.springframework.batch.core.step interface. Now I'm talking about how to create a step object, guys. Each step object represent one task or subtask of a job, generally subtask. Every step object must be linked with one reader, one writer, one processor object. That's good. We generally create step object by using step builder factory. This is builder factory, man. It's based on builder pattern that comes to Spring Boot application through auto configuration. I'm telling with respect to Spring Boot 2.x. I'm telling this with respect to Spring Boot 2.x. I hope you are understanding. Step builder factory. I'll teach how to get this one 3.x also. First, try to understand through 2.x. Because when you join in a company, sometimes you have to deal with maintenance projects. While dealing with maintenance project, you should not feel I don't know this kind of thing. I don't know this kind of thing. That's why I'm telling this. Yeah. What is there? Step builder factory object. Yeah. Every step object must contain following five details, guys. Step name, logical name, input type and output type. What input you are going to give, what output you are going to get. Like string and customer. And chunk size is nothing but back size. What is the reader that is linked? What is the writer that is linked? What is the processor that is linked? All these details should be mentioned or not? Yeah. Okay, now tell me, boss. Here, step is ready-made or user defined? Ready-made. So when it is ready-made, if you want to make it as Spring Bean, generally we take the support of @bean method or not there. Generally we take the support of @bean method or not there, guys. Generally we take the support of @bean method or not there. I want reply from you people, guys. Yeah. No, I said one more thing. Okay, I said one more thing. I even said one more statement from your side, guys. Yeah, that is step builder factory, job builder factory are designed based on which pattern, guys? Builder design pattern. What builder? What do you mean by builder design pattern? Builder design pattern says, okay. I think there is a Shah Rukh Khan advertisement. Shah Rukh Khan advertisement, guys. Chota chota milate jao, bada banate jao. I hope you remembered that advertisement. No, it is for some alcohol product promotion. See, what is that? Signature something. Royal Stag. Yes, yes. Gosh, you're so active. Yeah, Royal Stag advertisement. Yeah, in that one, what is the advertisement? What is the statement he gives? Chota chota milate jao and bada banate jao, right? Anyone remember that? Yeah. Builder design pattern. Adi Vadla, who asked your certificate whether you drink or not? Are you submitting? Are you submitting your marriage profile to me? Who asked your certificate? Self-declaration. I don't drink, sir. Right now, you are a jobless fellow. For a boy, what matters? Job matters. Whether you drink or not, that is a secondary. And right now, what is your situation, Adi? On your head, if someone keeps 500 rupees note, no one will purchase you for 10 rupees also. Your head is losing because of your head, 500 rupee note is losing its value, right? And bada aa gaya, giving self declaration, I don't drink, sir. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, what is the meaning? I will tell. So the builder design pattern also says, create a bigger object by combining multiple small objects in a sequence, by defining a process, so that the process can be used to create different, that means what? Multiple larger objects of same category. Yes or no, na? No, forget about Sarukhan statement, guys. That is related to drinking. So chota chota means small pegs. So take small pegs and make it a big peg. That's the meaning of that advertisement. But I'm just re-quoting that advertisement statement because builder design pattern also same thing. So for example, a meal packet you take, meal packet, any like maybe North Indian meal or South Indian meal. If you look at that meal packet, guys, it's a combination of multiple sub packet, na? Rice separate packet, roti separate packet, multiple curries, multiple packets, chutney separate packet, dahi separate packet, and all these packets again packed into a big packet. Now it has become meal packet or not there. So chota chota milate jao, bada banate jao, right? Builder design pattern also says to always create complex object as the combination of multiple small objects, as the combination of what? As the combination of multiple small objects. Are you getting my point? As the combination of multiple small objects. Are you getting my point there, guys? Come on, everyone. By defining a process so that that process can be used to create multiple different objects of same category or not there. Yeah, that is the builder design pattern, guys. Check it out. Builder design pattern says create complex object by using bunch of small object by defining certain process so that process can be used to create different objects of same category. That's good. Okay, what do you mean by method chaining, sir? Be ready. You have to see a lot of method chaining also here. Method, and then we are going to catch the end result, guys. We are going to catch the end result at the end. We are going to catch the last result at that end. It may be streaming API. It may be a lot of places. Now here also we are going to see this. Okay, everyone should focus, guys. It's a 2.x code, regular configuration class. Now listen. When you add starter, three objects will come through auto configuration. In that one, two objects are injected. Step builder factory, job builder factory. Okay, now my item processor is user defined class. That also I'm injecting here. That also I'm injecting here as a Spring Bean. I want observation, don't overlooking. Everyone notice this is a configuration class, guys. Any confusion on this? No. I said when you add starter, these two objects comes through auto configuration. That's good. That's really good, right? This is the processor which I developed in front of you. Not completely, some basic things I developed are not there. That's good. Now tell me. Okay. Readers are predefined. One at the rate bean method is there representing reader. One at the rate bean method is there representing writer. One at the rate bean method is there representing reader. One at the rate. Yeah. Now listen. Now focus, guys. Yeah. Now concentrate. Concentrate, guys. Everyone concentrate. At the rate bean name is equal to step one. Public step create step one. Public step create step one. Okay. Now listen. Return SB factory, the reference variable pointing to step builder factory. Dot get step one. Any logical name you can give, but generally we try to match with bean ID. Generally. Okay, then dot method chaining, guys. Dot dot dot. All these are method chaining. I said now initial few days it looks quite irritating. After seeing one, two application, you'll feel boredom. So that's why don't give up listening. Don't give up listening. Yeah, dot input output. According to our explanation, what is the input, guys? String. What is the output, guys? Customer. Chunk size is nothing but batch size. Okay. Next. Okay. Right now I'm creating step. Step should be linked with what? Reader, writer, processor. Who is the writer? Reader of, create reader of. Processor, custom processor. Writer, create writer. And lastly, what method is called, guys? Build method is called. Build method uses all these five inputs and create the step object. Come on, guys. Are you ready to feel the process now? Once again, I want to repeat. This is step builder object, passing logical name, and there I am giving input, output, and chunk size. There I am giving reader, giving processor, giving writer, lastly calling the build. Lastly calling the build method. Convinced, my dear? Yeah. See how I created reader up, how I created step object, guys. I created step object by passing these five inputs. One reader, one logical name, one input output, one chunk size, one processor, one writer. But this is the story of 2.x. 3.x also I'll introduce. But let me complete one, two applications in 2.x, then I'll introduce 3.x. Till that time, you don't worry about 3.x. Once again, check it out, guys. Okay, please let me ask a few questions back to back. Step Builder Factory comes how? Through auto configuration, right? Okay, now tell me. Generally, reader writers are predefined classes. How you are going to get them? Please be active. I know it's early morning session, but you have to be active. How I'm going to get? How I'm going to get reader writer objects? Auto configuration. I will murder you. Reader writer object comes through auto vida. At the rate bean methods, right? Super. Okay, processor is generally user defined. I want to see that one in what? Configuration class. How is going to come? How it is going to come? Processor, item processor. How it is going to come? We are going to develop through component, but in configuration class, we are going to inject through auto void or not. We are going to inject by using at the rate auto void or not. We are going to inject using at the rate auto void or not. That's good. Okay, now listen. Before explaining how to create a job object, still job object is not discussed. I have to discuss something called job execution listener. Why, sir? While creating job object, job execution listener is also required. While creating job object, we definitely need execution listener. What's the use of it? Very simple, Rabba. Job execution listener is a ready-made user-defined class that implement job execution listener interface. Using this, we can keep track of when job started, when job ended, and we can also keep track of what is the exit status of the job. Exit status of the job is means what? Okay. Success or failure, or aborted, or whatever it is, we can find out the exit status. So indirectly, it is there for event handling, now, my dear. Indirectly, it is there to do event handling on job, now, my dear. Definitely, it is there to perform event handling on the job. What do you say, guys? Yeah. What do you mean by event? An action performed on object is called event. What do you mean by event handling? Okay. Executing some logic when event is raised is called event handling, right? Executing some logic when event is raised is called what? Event handling. But to handle all these events and to execute the logics, okay, we need to take the support of event listener or not. We need to take the support of event listener or not. We need to take the support of event listener or not there, guys. Event is an action raised on the object or component. Event handling means executing some logic when event is raised. Event listener provides event handling method. That means we can write event handling logic inside the event handling things. Okay, just check it out. What I'm doing. Public class job monitoring listener implement job execution listener. It's an interface that must be implemented. So how many methods are there, guys? Two methods. One is before job and after job. This execute before execution of the job. This executes after execution of the job. Okay. In this listener interface, two methods are there, and we are implementing those methods. Maybe here I keep track of start time. Here I keep track of end time. At the end, I will find out the difference between end time and start time. Whatever the time that come, that will I'll take it as what job execution time are not there. I'll just take it as what job execution time are not there. Sir, why are you teaching listener? While creating job object, we have to pass some inputs, and one input is job listener, guys. One input is what job listener. Okay, check it out. Job object. It's the object of class that implement job interface. Job represent total work to be completed. Generally, one application will have one job, but will have each job will have multiple steps because they represent subtask. Okay, in 2.x of Spring Boot, are we going to create job object directly or we are going to use job builder factory? Job builder factory. How it is going to come? It is going to come through auto configuration or not there? It is going to come through auto configuration. Come on, guys. Yeah. Now listen. Job object creation is multiple details. Name, listener, incrementer. Incrementer is very simple, guys. It will tell how to use steps, in what sequence steps should be executed when multiple steps are there. And what is the first step? What is the next step to execute? Next step to execute. So basically, these five details are required in the creation of job object. First, logical name you have to mention. Then listener object you have to mention. Incrementer you have to mention to specify order of executing steps. These are the five details. Okay, shall we see that one coding wise? Shall we see that one coding wise, guys? Yeah. Now listen. Batch config class is there. Listen, guys. If you want to get all these objects through auto configuration, it's better to add enable batch processing in 2.x. In 2.x, you have to give enable batch processing. Super, guys. Okay, now tell me next one. It's a regular one. Step builder factory regular one. Job factory regular one. Listener is regular one. Come on. Yeah. Already, in the previous code, I have discussed how to create a reader at the rate bean method, writer at the rate bean method. Okay, processor has come through as a Spring Bean. Processor has come through Spring Bean. Okay, which is injected to configuration class. And in the previous discussion, we have seen step creation. Previous one, we have seen step creation. Okay, now focus on job creation. Now I want you people to focus on job creation. Everyone focus. At the rate bean, name is job one. That's good. Public job, create job one. Fine. Return job factory dot get job one. Okay. I passed the logical name or not there. It's a logical name. Leave it. Again, factory method chaining, guys. Okay. Now tell me. Incrementer, new run ID incrementer. This incrementer says you execute the given steps in the given sequence. That's it. Like this, lot of incrementers are there. To some incrementer says execute the steps sequentially. Some incrementer says execute the steps what? Execute the steps what? Randomly. Some incrementer says execute the steps parallelly. But right now I'm looking to execute the steps in sequence. That's why I have mentioned it. Specify the order of executing given steps. Okay. What is the listener I configured? This. Already we configured listener as a component, that one. Okay, start step. What do you mean by start step? What is the first step to execute? Create step one. Next step two, step three. Right now I have not created, that's why. These are the method where steps are created or not there. That means I am specifying order of steps to execute or not there. After mentioning lot of steps, guys, come on. Lastly, build method. Lastly, build method. And this build method will build the job object or not there. Once again, check it out, guys. Logical name, incrementer. When multiple steps are mentioned, in which order those steps should execute? What is the listener? We already created as a Spring Bean. Okay, then what is the first step? What is the after next step? What is the next step? What is next step? Like this list of steps we have to specify or not? List of steps that we need to specify are not there, guys. Come on, my dear. Okay, now you got the idea? Okay, now let me ask a few questions. Let me ask a few quick questions. Tell me, job builder and step builder objects, are we going to create manually or they come through auto configuration? Be quick, be quick. You write shortcuts, auto configuration. That's good. Because of starter we add. Okay, that's good. Next. Item processor and job monitoring listener, job execution listener. Okay, how we are going to get them to configuration class? How we are going to get them to configuration class? By using at the rate auto void or not there? Yeah, we are going to get them through at the rate auto void. That's good. Okay. Generally, readers and writers are predefined classes. How to make them as Spring Beans? How to make them as Spring Beans? At the rate bean methods. Super. Step and step and job objects are predefined classes. How to make them as Spring Beans? Again, at the rate bean methods, right? Okay. But while creating job object, step object using at the rate bean method, are we going to do everything manually, or we are going to work with already injected job builder factory and step builder factory? We are definitely going to use already available job builder factory and what? Are you getting my point there, guys? Okay, tell me. That's why what we do. By using step builder and by providing five details, we create the step object. By using job builder, by using job builder factory and by giving multiple details, we create a job object. But this is the story up to what Spring Boot 2.x. Why this story will not work in 3.x? Why? Because in 3.x, they stopped giving job builder factory, step builder factory as what? Auto configuration objects. Why they are not giving? What is the alternate mechanism to create job and step object that I will take up in next class? Okay, the next class will happen on next Saturday and Sunday. And I will let you know the timings of next Saturday, Sunday in your regular classes. Is that clear, guys? In your regular classes, I will. Okay. So you can start leaving the meeting, guys. Okay. If you have any queries, you can stay back. Yeah. Adib, no problem. No problem. It happens. Right? You said in the flow, I said in the flow. I forget, you forget. I don't keep anything for long time. Yeah. Regular classes, regular topics will be there. Next class will be next continuation. Okay. Mr. Someone has who is this fellow? Who check it out your name, Ra? I hope are you eating food every day, not something else. Are you eating food every day, not something else? Can you have that kind of name in the public meetings? Whoever joined, I don't know what you are eating every day. Rice and roti or not something else. Waste fellows. Why did you take birth on the earth, Ra? Waste fellows. You don't know how to keep names while attending classes? Who keeps this kind of names, Ra? Waste fellows. Jump into the drainage, Ra. You're burdened to earth. No minimum common sense not there. Minimum common sense not there, people. Sorry, I'm at home. I don't want to see my family members scolding badly to you people. If I was there in offline class, I would have scolded you like anything. Minimum common sense. What names I should keep, where I am. It's like roaming on road without clothes. Such a waste fellows you are. Yeah, yeah. Let it be. These waste fellows will be there always. Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Don't pass meeting ideas to your friends who are useless. Yeah. Spring Boot batch. It looks like we are learning multiple things, guys. Don't worry. I'll put everything into picture nicely. Don't worry about that part as of now. E dry, class content, spring, common topics, Spring Boot batch, session 1, session 2, open. What's the next one? 11 o'clock. Spring Boot batch, guys. Thank you. Have a nice day.